man, yes, sir, they killed the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I would label the drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, it was sunny. Dream came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding together, we all
bring it on in. Yeah. Lay Ill Kid at OneYoungsta. Hold it down. Bring that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today or yeah. Come on with another wonderful episode of That's Right. Best believe it. I ain't tell you no lies, y'all. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. On screen, TV shows, live action is fair game. All right. So first, thank you if you in the chat, getting your lurk on, getting your chat on, whatever. If you were in with the replay, shouts out to you too. Support your boy. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz, because we're going to talk about evil, and evil is good. I want to, you know what? Ben makes a statement in the most recent episode, The Demon of Parenthood. He tells Kristen that she's a good mother. I want you, let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments if you believe that Kristen is a good mother. Because I personally think that Ben was saying that to be nice. Because, all right, cool. Let's talk about Kristen for a second. Okay, so Kristen all right, so this is Colter, the Demon of Cults and the Demon of Parenthood. We're talking barbershop and both of them, right? So Kristen sits David down. She has her dream. Oh, the demon comes back to her. It's been a while, but he comes back to her, and it's a dream with a demon, and this time Lexus is in there. And she immediately calls David, wants to speak to David. All right. So when she sits him down, she is so hardcore and adamant about him and him lying or keeping things from her. And she needs to know, and she wants to know the truth. And she got to have all the answers, and don't keep nothing from me. And all that. I want to open, and I used to admire you, and I used to, but now I don't even know how I feel or whatever. Cool, that's fair game, right? Same episode. Old girl gets a call. She goes away from the group. She like, oh, I got to take this call. Goes away from the group because she's been researching the RSM fertility joint on her egg for the longest. She ain't been keeping them up on that. You ain't been telling them about that. I know what you're going to say. NERDSoul, that's not enough, man. That's a personal thing about. Okay, cool. You want to talk about being open and honest and everything and putting all the cards on the table and letting everybody know stuff? You know RSM fertility and all them eggs that came from there, all these kids that you met in season 1 and season 2, something was wrong with them kids, all right? So they done took your egg and gave it to this other lady, all right? I can't, what's her name? Victoria, whatever. I know she's gonna name the child Sarah. They done gave this egg to another woman. Now, you know something wrong with RSM fertility. You know at the very least there's nefarious activity. Outside of the whole demon thing, you don't believe in God, that's cool, whatever. You know at the very least, there have been hijinks, all right, with these eggs. So the lady, well, the couple, as you, when they're at their meeting, the little mediation, you got the couple and their lawyer, Kristen with her lawyer, and they ask her if there's anything wrong, if there's something wrong with the egg or something wrong with RSM, because they've heard rumors and or stories. This would be a perfect time to be open and honest, to open your mouth, to give people the whole story, to read them in what's going on. She ain't say nothing at all. Cool. All right. So in the break time or whatever of this mediation, the husband comes to her, pulls her to the side, and is like, "Hey, are you, kind of like, are you sure you've never heard nothing about RSM or the eggs, or nothing's wrong with the egg? Because, not only have we heard stories, but when I went to put my ear to the baby to listen to the baby, all I've done is get back sounds of growling, like low growls, like from an animal, not like the sound of like a low heartbeat. I've heard the sound of an animal growling." All right. So now this is another opportunity for Miss Open and Honesty to be open and honest. This is another opportunity for Miss Read Me In. Don't keep nothing from me. I want everything out in the open to tell everybody everything. All right. This is a perfect opportunity for you to tell the truth. Tell the truth and set yourself free. But did she say anything? No. You know this man is going crazy. And then you specifically make sure that you keep highly important information from him. Highly. You lie to him on purpose. You make him think that he's crazy on purpose. I submit to you that that woman is dead because of Kristen. Now, I know what you're going to say. Yo, Kristen ain't put the egg in that lady. Yo, Kristen ain't clawed that lady up. Her husband did that. Well, I understand your point, but I will raise that and say that at a very critical moment where you could have gotten some serious help and turned back and either worked to get the assessor's intermediary or the executioner, the exhibitionist, the exorcist. Yeah, the exorcist. Get the executioner. Well, I guess they're executing demons, but you know what I mean. The exorcist, you know what I'm saying, could have got him in there. But you ain't say nothing. You could have let her husband know that he won't go in crazy. But you said nothing. At this very critical juncture of their process of having this child. And now this husband has gone so crazy that he went to remove the baby on his own. And of course, it was in a very graphic way. I submit to you that Kristen had an amazing opportunity and a perfect paramount opportunity to say something, to stop them, to let them know what was going on, anything. And she said and did nothing. Now, this is the same woman that told us, I want to know everything. I need things to be open and honest. I need you to read me in. I don't want to be on the outside. I need all the information. All right? This is the same woman. Now, when it comes to her, I guess the rules don't follow. The rules ain't for her. Well, Kristen, no rules for Kristen. All right? The only rules for your boy David and Ben, I guess. Look, man, bruh. Kristen, I'm done with you. I'm full done with you. All right? I'm done with you. I tried to not be done with you, but I'm done with you. See, Jenna James, you know what I'm talking about. Come on, look, Jenna James, you know what I'm talking about. I'm tired of you. Hey, look, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Now, let's talk about Leland. And no, you know what? I would like to go to Leland because not Leland specifically, but the doctor who's like, oh man, I want to learn about demons. No, you don't. No, you don't. What you want to learn about demons for? See, that's what's wrong with you. You messing with stuff, all right? You messing with all this stuff and you don't understand it, all right? Now, you saw a demon, all right? It changed your life. It scared you, all right? And now you like, most people be like, you know what? I saw a demon, but Sister Andrea put me up on game. She gave me some stuff to read, but nah, you don't want to read that. You want to read the evil stuff, all right? So now here you go. Oh, I want to write a book. What you want to write a book for? You're always trying to, look, everything, the game is not to be sold, all right? The game is not to be sold. And here you, look, all right, so peep this. You know at the very least, you saw something that cannot be explained. That was malevolent, that was evil, that was negative at the very least. Instead of saying, Sister Andrea got the knowledge, let me read that so I can, gird up myself with the strength of the Lord. Nah, you don't want that. You don't want to hear that. What you want to do is you want to read about, really? You want to mess with Leland? And Leland's like, oh, well, I help people, they take in demons. And he trying to make it seem like, oh, this is only a psychiatric thing. Nah, man, you about to get mixed up in that mess. You and Cheryl are going to be mixed up in this craziness, all right? And Cheryl already too far gone, and you looking stupid too. I got demon hands typing on stuff. But don't nobody listen to NERDSoul. Nah, don't nobody. If I tell somebody, I'll be like, yo, man, that's demon stuff. Don't mess with that. Don't nobody want to listen to me. All right? Then they be like, oh, no, but you got to learn. You don't got to learn. Why I got to learn about that? I learned enough. I learned to leave it alone. All right? But now he going seeing people get possessed. All right? And instead of him saying, okay, now I see a man get possessed, or what seemingly is possessed, and now instead of being like, yo, word up, I've gone far enough, this is crazy, let me back up. No, he want more and more. And Leland talking about, I want you to cut off Sister Andrea's hair and bring it to me. All of it. He want her to be full bald. All right? Now, the dude actually does get some of Sister Andrea's hair. I don't know what kind of ritual this is for that. Maybe it's just like a humiliation ritual or a rites of passage for somebody to be on the evil side. But he does give him a little bit of baby hair. But he said he got it from the drain. Now, what drain you got? You sneaking around in Andrea's bathroom? That boy nasty. So, all right, imagine how nasty this is. You went into this woman's shower after she got her shower on and dug up hair from the dryer, put it in a Ziploc bag like Exhibit A, and took it to Leland. You know how nasty that is? This man is gone. All right, he need help. All right, but hey, what do I know? What do I know? I'm just a black man trying to live. What do I know? What do I know? You don't see me digging in people's showers. You don't see, but hey, whatever. Let's talk about Cheryl. All right. Now, Cheryl, I already don't like her. I don't like Cheryl. Y'all know I don't like Cheryl. Cheryl has hit I was done with Cheryl weeks ago. Well, actually, I was done with Cheryl last season, but at the beginning of the season, I said, you know what? Maybe she could turn it around. Maybe Cheryl might be able to change, man. Maybe she might be able to, give her life to Christ. Nah, bruh, Maybe she could be washed in the blood. Nah. She don't want to listen to that. She kidnapping husbands, putting them in a coma or something. She over there working with demons, taking the kids, and that's what I want to talk about now. Now, Cheryl know good and well she's in too deep, all right? In too deep with Leland, all right? In so deep, she bursted out into tears. You would think somebody would not want their grandchildren around that. But she takes Lexus to her job to see her boss, who she knows is a demon. Leland knows that. Kristen told her, Leland is not to be around the girls whatsoever. The girls told you that he was trying to get Lexus or whatever and sneak away and kidnap her or whatever. But for some reason, you and your water-headed ass decide you gonna take Lexus up to your job where you ain't know ain't nothing but the belly of the beast. All right? You know what? Kristen didn't fall too far from the tree because Cheryl's a bad mama and Kristen's a bad mama. So it's 2 bad mamas. And I guess if the kids don't fall too far, it's going to be 5 bad mamas. Hold up, is it 4 kids? Is it 4 girls or 5? It's 4, right? I think it's 4. It's going to be 4 bad mamas. Look, the system needs to intervene and take them children from Kristen because she don't know how to act. All right? Kristen and her mama don't know how to act. Why would you bring her there? Okay, let's imagine this. You see and experience some, at very least, supernatural stuff at your job. Affects you so negatively that you burst into tears when trying to describe it to someone else. And your response is to bring your grandchild there? Look, you know what? Normally I be asking for diversity, but you know, black mamas ain't gonna do this. Then you need white mamas to make this story work, because the black mamas ain't gonna do that. They're gonna be like, who? What? In the name of Jesus. No, they're gonna be burning sage or something up in there. There ain't gonna be none of that. All right? But Cheryl, she gone. Her mind is gone. Don't even listen to that girl, because she dumb too. So there's a whole bunch of dumbness. Let me talk about your boy Ben. I got to get this off my chest. Ben, look, bruh, I know you're trying to hold on to science, right? And science answers a lot of questions, all right? A whole lot. And it's answered a good amount of questions in this show, all right? I ain't going to front on you. You come through with the science, my brother. But you getting to the point right now where you don't need to be bringing no demonic items into your home. All right? You need to bring demonic items to like a objective third-party location where you ain't by yourself to study it with someone else. And they can be a scientist too. They don't have to be, religious or whatever, a believer or not a believer. Just don't be. I worry for Ben because I like Ben, and Ben always be wanting to do stuff by himself. Ben like, oh, well, let me take these demon toys home. No, don't bring those toys home. You want to know why? Because they're demon toys, man. At least from what we know, they're demon toys. Peep this. You at home, you got the little magic 8-ball. You shake it. It says, help me. I'm down below. I got baby ears in here. I can't be saying it all. Then you shake it again, and for sure, you see a finger in there. It look like a finger in there. Then you're starting to see the liquid turn red. So being a scientist like you do, you're like, let me open this up and see what this liquid is. You pour it into a jar. Not only is it a cube with some weird writing on there, but it's alive, well, not alive, because that finger dead, but it's a dead finger, all right? It's a dead finger in there with blood, at your house, all right? All up in your house, by yourself, all right? So why would you do that? Why? Look, I fear for your safety. That's the only reason I'm saying this. I fear for your safety. I'll care for you. Now, once again, say you getting your chill on, you minding your business, chilling, kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Solar Gray, he came in the side door. So say you chilling, you kicking it, and you like, hey, let me take the toys home because I'm smart. No, it's dumb, but I'm gonna take all the toys home by myself. All right, cool, work. So then you got a Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box is already creepy. We know that, but hey, it's your thing. You the science man. So you go to wind up the Jack in the Box and like ding 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 ding. All right, cool, and it stops. So you like, all right, cool. It don't open up. So you like, all right, well, let me put the box to the side. The second that thing turn on its own, bruh, red alarm, red alert. All right, that's all I'm saying. Ben, I like you. Once again, you need to do your studies at a third-party location away from your personal home with someone else. You don't need to be by yourself doing this stuff, all right? Because it's too dangerous, all right?
Or at least turn the lights on, man.
Yeah, and then be there with the lights off, straight up in the dark, just playing with demon stuff. All right, look, just Ben, you're smart, but I'm gonna need you to be smart, all right? Be smart, because that's all. But Solar is here. We got the demon of cults and the demon of parenthood. Throw me some thoughts. How you feeling about these episodes?
Okay, so since we're covering both episodes, one, the Demon of Parenthood was specifically one that made me laugh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, Demon of Parent. Okay, that's fun. Oh look, it's a little demon baby. Look at that. Yeah. Little demon baby sitting in the kitchen dropping its pacifier, and I'm like, this is why white people die in horror movies.
She straight fed that baby, yo.
Not just fed that, but now one, I had a problem with that scene because I don't know a singular woman who breastfeeds from the top down. They're always lifting up their shirts, but that's just me being pedantic. But yeah, one, shout out to the Magic 8 Balls, because yeah, that definitely was a funny one. I gotta see if I can buy that prop somewhere, because with the whole message that came up and then the finger, I'm like, oh man, I gotta have one of those for when I babysit. But beyond that, like the Demon of Cults was specifically funny to me, because I got in, you were talking about Ben. Is there I'm sorry, how can I put this? I have never thought that Aasif Mandvi can have that much game.
Yo, he's not even like really running game. It like he falls into it.
Yeah.
Like he falls into it. No matter season 1, 2, 3, he just be falling into love. I'll say that.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean, seriously. I like the twist that came at the Demon of Cults,
Yeah.
Because, one, I've already talked about how much I love this show as an occultist, okay? As a dude that studies this stuff, I'm like, ooh, they got that right. Ooh, they got that right. Ooh, they really got that right. But yeah, I'm having sort of the X-Files problem of how much more do you need to see before you are not skeptical any longer? Like, really?
Yeah, because it is season 3, and I've said that about Kristen and Ben now. It's like we in season 3. Now, of course, it's not season 3 to them, but for them, it's 2 to 3 years.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years of seeing this crazy stuff. At the very least, you'd be like, all right, there's some weird stuff that's going on. Like, at the very least, I'm not willing to say that there's a God and there's angels and there's demons and there's heaven and there's hell and all that. But you'd at least be like, respect, there's some weird stuff. There's some weird stuff going
on. I gotta say though, these last 2 episodes have really, actually, they make me think a lot about Lady Lisa and what she said about Sister Andrea being the saving grace for these fools. Because as you know, I read quite extensively, and my least favorite play from Shakespeare is the only one starring a black dude, and that's Othello. And my main reason for hating that play as much as I do is it's a whole dumb plot which ends up with everybody dead because the main characters won't talk to each other. All of this could be done with a conversation, but Ben isn't talking about the succubus.
Nope.
Kristen isn't talking about the incubus.
Nope.
And I get David not talking about the entity, so I kind of get that, roped in on the spy stuff. But real talk, the less they talk to each other, the more they leave themselves open for the stupid.
Yeah.
You know,
And I
mean,
got on Kristen earlier. And I was telling Kristen how wrong she was. And shouts out to Open Mind in the chat. Kristen sat David down and gave him a stern talking to about openness, and you ain't read me in, you don't tell me nothing, and you do everything,
all I could
and I'm
think
in the
was,
dark, and I'm blind, and I don't know nothing, and you need to tell the truth, and blah, blah, blah. And when she could have told the truth to a couple that was already experiencing something that was at least weird, I'm not going to say supernatural, at least weird, she withheld that information.
well, in
And
all
that
honesty,
information could have changed the outcome of that woman and that husband's life. And then she gonna sit there and be like, "Oh well, I need to know everything." Well, what about when someone else needs to know something? Your mouth was closed. What's wrong with your mouth now?
No, I'll give her a pass on that.
Nah, bro, somebody died. I ain't trying to hear it. I'm not.
Yeah,
no, not for someone who called me to her house in the middle of the night to ream me out about not telling her things she needed to know.
All right. So again, I will give Kristen a pass on that because of not telling the family. It's I held my ear to my wife's belly to hear my baby and it growled. Oh, that's because there's a demon in it. No, that's not how people that they can't receive that kind of thing. Don't give her a pass.
She could have easily told them about the rumors and everything that had been going on at RSM Fertility, and she could have told them about her role at the church and her role with the assessors. She could have told them the things that they had found.
I ain't saying that she's good,
especially for Miss Open and Honest. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't saying that she's good. I'm not saying that she's good. Okay, because she is still holding secrets from David. And that's where I draw that line. Sitting up, Mr. Open honesty. I don't know who to trust. I can't trust you. And everything you say is going to be a lie. And I'm like, Miss Pot, this is Mr. Kettle. You are black. All right. Because, you ain't talked to him about your hallucinations and about cheating on your husband with the Satanist. And, and.
I forgot about the cheat. She did cheat on her husband. I forgot all about that.
So I'm sitting up going, don't be like, oh no, I gotta know everything. You're going into Karen territory, girl. You seriously going into Karen territory.
That girl been in Karen territory. I've been trying to be cool with her, but ever since like mid-season 2, I ain't messing with Kristen like that no more. Like Cheryl's a bad mama and she produced another bad mama.
Man. Now
two bad mamas in a row.
I ain't gonna lie, Cheryl is kind of becoming my girl. I'm interested.
Why is it because she took her grandchild, but into the belly of the beast? Is that why?
Kinda. Real talk.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Oh, are grandparents supposed to protect their grandchildren, or are they supposed to take them to see demons?
No, grandparents are supposed to do everything they can to get back at their children. So grandparents are the ones that buy the toys that make the noise. You know this. That whole when you know what? You being a little turd right now, 14-year-old. I hope you have a kid just like you.
There's no safety with that woman. This woman kidnapped their father and then okay, peep this. Let's say she took Lexus and Lexus turned the corner and was like, oh snap, it's a demon, right? Then what? Then what, Cheryl? What then, dum-dum? Well, did you think past that moment? Well, did you think what might happen?
Again, as somebody who studies the occult and studies demonology, Cheryl has got something going. Like, I am willing to bet dollars to donuts right now that all this started because of Cheryl. She's working towards something big. Because the whole thing with she was running game and stuff, but she took to Leland pretty easily. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was charming, he was smooth, he got game and all that stuff. But as soon as the weird stuff started happening, she was like, oh yeah, kind of expected that. Oh yeah, the thing with the fertility clinic, I'm betting she's the one who got rid of the egg. She's the one that convinced Kirsten to go to the fertility clinic from the get-go. Like, the woman has been unrepentantly evil from the beginning, and
All
I
right,
respect that.
so what you're saying is that she's actually set all these things in motion from the get.
Yeah,
Okay, you know
because
what? I'm willing to go along with that, even though she's still a bad grandmother. Like,
dude,
but
she is the most evil person on this show, hands down.
If you're gonna go that route, being Kristen's mother might actually give her access to those eggs in a roundabout way if she goes in, kind of charms a little bit, like, oh, my daughter, she's sick, but she wanted me to do this. So you know what? Possibly.
Yeah.
But that still means she gotta go. I mean, she got she gotta go. She
quite honestly, everybody in this show has got to go on one level or another, except for Sister Andrea.
Yeah.
She's the only. Oh, and G, or the prophet. They're the only
Grace.
Yeah, Grace. All right, but
and it was good to see Grace again. I was glad that she's happy and she's she's safe now. So it was good to see her again. And
of course, props to this show's filmmaking, because I did not know if that was a hallucination or not.
Yeah, me neither. But when she hugged him, I was like, oh, okay.
I'm just sitting up going, how many seasons is it going to take for David to put a lock on his door? I mean, he just walks in and anybody's there.
Every show has like on The Flash, the little Star Labs place where everybody just walks in. Every show, like shows like this always have like people just bust in there. It's like
I get it,
you
but
need
it's
a keypad or something?
Yeah, like it's a bedroom, just like, he could be sleeping. And people just walk in his room. David, I have to talk to you.
David, what's up? It's like, yo, man.
And it's like, what? I was dreaming about season 3 of Luke Cage. What?
Oh, man. Oh. But he like wakes up. He's like, oh, Black Mariah. Oh, never mind. But the issue that I'm having with these three is like the writing of the show is so awesome, but sooner or later they gotta talk. They just
exactly.
Sooner or later they gotta talk. Now I know they're probably trying to build to the moment where they all talk together and they're like, oh, but it's like it's kind of
gotten past this if we had this conversation a year and a half ago.
Yeah, because normal people be like, yo, man, look, last night some crazy stuff happened. It just
in opposed to you look off. What's going on? Oh, nothing. I'm
and
like,
they don't press after that either. They're just like, oh, okay, all right, no doubt.
All right, yeah, cool. So you haven't been visited by any demons who like stick you to your bed and do terrible things to you physically? All right, cool, go.
Like, even you think there would be like David would sit Ben and Kristen down and be like, all right, look, this is gonna sound weird. But like, Ben, look, you just need to know because we all work together. All right, Kristen was at my place. All right, and then like we kissed, but then she was like, no, and then she left, right? But then she came back. All right, and then we got busy. But we didn't get busy because Kristen wasn't really there. It was a demon, son. And they were like, oh, snap. And now that's
been happening to us for months.
Yeah. And they'd be like, and then Kristen be like, oh, snap, that demon that like disappeared for a minute, I guess it just took vacation because now it's back. And now he's still tiptoeing up in my room. And they'd be like, oh, snap, now we need a coordinated effort against one another. I mean, get together against the bad guy. And then, but what? So. Why the good? Well, okay. I know in shows like this, the only way that demons and stuff can run amok is if the good guys are unorganized. Because if they're organized, then you kind of have more of like a straight up war or battle against one another, and
a much shorter show.
Yeah, and a much shorter show. Right? So, but I do like that at least we have the Vatican CIA. They're doing stuff. And it seems like they have a plan. And at least David came through. He was like, look, there's a new message. All right. He was like, this new message is over here. And he said, look, listen to Lao, not see. And he was like, all right, cool. And they did that and they saved the girl. All right. So they got the profit back. All right. So I know Leland mad, but it just I need y'all to talk to one another. Y'all work together every day.
Mm-hmm. Although, speaking of Leland, I gotta say, my girlfriend has taken a few French classes.
All right.
And she told me the translation of that song. You know, I've been
All right.
running around since kindergarten. I'm like, Gilouette, dome, Gilouette. And she's like, you know, that's a fitting song for that. And it's essentially, hey, little bird, you're a pretty little bird. I'm going to tear your wings off.
Oh,
Yeah. And I'm
wow.
like, oh, I forgot. It's European. Uh, and they're, let's say America was founded by Puritans that are like, y'all are messed up. So so that is like that's a big thing. But
What's your take on the doctor? What's your take on the
that's what I
psychiatrist?
wanted to bring up.
What's your take on him? Because he seems stupid on all levels. But I'm willing to, I already talked about how stupid he was, but I'm willing to hear another side. Maybe you don't think he's stupid. Maybe you're like, hey, this is an awesome idea. So
Now,
please.
well, see, here's the thing. I got to think about these characters in the context under which they're written. Okay. Real talk. We black. All right. And being black, all the way from slavery days, our cultural mythology has always put us within the realm of possibility of the supernatural. Okay.
Yes.
You know, and thanks to our cultural heritage from the 1400s on, it taught us to fear everything. So, given that the doctor ain't one of us, all right, I can't say that he's being stupid. His tradition is skeptical, scientific, all that other stuff. And there's a second level, and this is where I know they have an occultist as a technical advisor on this show. When it comes to dealing with things like the dark side, the way that the dark side works was actually taught very clearly in Star Wars. You know, like he saw something, he's been trying to wrap his head around it, and he's trying to take the quick and easy path. And the quick and easy path to the dark side, it leads. And that's what we're seeing. You know, when he went to Sister Andrea saying, I want your guidance, I want to interview you. And she's like, read these pamphlets, get baptized, go to church. And he's like, well, I don't know about all that. I'm just trying to write a book here. I was just hoping I can get an interview. You can get an interview from me when you read these pamphlets, get baptized, go to church. You know? And he's like, no, I ain't even trying to do all that. You know, it's, a lot of what what I end up going through when I'm trying to get some of our people into RPGs, just sit down, read this material. Nah, let's just play Monopoly. We can play Bidwiz. It's cool, kind of thing. And so Leland comes up and says, light the candle, cut yourself, bleed, cut yourself and sing. And it's like, well, I don't have to change my whole lifestyle and get baptized and go to church and become Catholic. I just got to cut my finger. And then he got results. But dark forces, it's really hard to depict them on screen. Okay. Because part of tasting that power is a lot like tasting heroin or crack. You get that first time rush, and then you start getting addicted to it. And that's where the doctor is. Yes, he's being stupid, but he's being an addict. He got a taste of power, a taste of getting what he wants, and he's falling down that slippery slope really, really big.
So I'll go in with you on this because I said earlier before you came on, I was like, you know what? I usually want, my diversity. I want to see brothers and sisters on screen and stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? Black mamas ain't gonna do this. So I was like, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Exactly.
You can't do this. There's no show. They would have burned sage and they would have had the pastor over. It would have been over.
No,
it would have been a mini-series, a 5-episode mini-series would have been done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it was you quoting Lady Lisa about Ms. Marvel and how she couldn't keep her secret from her family because ethnic families don't leave anybody no privacy.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
know,
That was
one of
Jason was talking about that.
yeah,
And
because
then we kind of like, jumped off that. But yeah.
yeah, because I mean, let's face it, we come from a culture where your first punishment is the Samuel L. Jackson eyes. Your second punishment is the hinges come off the bedroom door.
Yeah.
That's it.
It ain't gonna be look, your mom
So
will come in your room anytime.
mhm.
Go through your drawers, everything. Be like, what you doing?
And
I heard kids at your school and smoking that weed. Ain't gonna be none of that in my house.
uh-huh. And don't even play that. What? I can't help what falls under my eyes when you clean it. It's like, what are you doing in my room? Well, let's see. This my house.
This is my
You
room.
my kid. This is my
You
room.
borrowing it.
I'm going through my dresser. I'm looking through my drawers that you wear. All right. This is all mine. You get yours when you get grown. So yeah, and that's the whole thing. Since Ben and Dr. Kurt are both skeptics and scientific and are looking for any explanation that fits within their worldview, they're falling down that slippery slope, and I actually really do like Dr. Kurt as a character, because he's a great juxtaposition to Ben. We've got the skeptic that don't really buy into all this and might be stupid, but isn't going to be doing anything evil. And then we've got Kurt, who's essentially being pulled to the dark side out of something that he wants. And now we get to see whether or not he climbs back.
I don't get the point of wanting to write a book so bad. Like because he did mention the book in season 2. He did mention this book in season 2. But
as soon as he was booped,
it didn't seem like it was high on his priority list. But now all of a sudden, he needs it super bad.
Well, see, the book is a coping mechanism. Like, he's experienced stuff that he can't wrap his head around. And in order to write a book, you got to know what you're talking about. So him writing a book is essentially like him going to therapy, getting it out, putting it in a way that he could see it so he can read back over it. Now I'm going, bro, start a journal. But but he's a doctor, and if he can make some money off of working through his stuff, I mean, that's the American way.
You can't spend it if you in the ground, Dr. Kurt. All right?
Yeah, but again, he doesn't come from our culture that's do everything Christian or you're gonna be dead. Because every ghost is bad, every demon is bad. And
not even that, because there's black people that aren't Christian and still don't mess with stuff like this.
I
like,
said a cultural tradition, not religious. Okay.
Well, what I'm saying is they don't have to be specifically Christian. They can be Christian. They can be following like Orishas, or they could be Islamic or whatever. They just, in general, we don't, because we know the
Orishas actually mess with that stuff, like the lady in the store.
But not in ways like this. Not in ways like this where it's more of a respect and reverence for. This is more like fast and loose playing around with, with a grenade, you know what I'm saying, with the pin out.
And this is what I'm talking about with our culture. When we talk about the Orishas or any of the folks from Candomblé or Voodoo or any of that stuff, that comes with a certain training and a certain respect. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you ain't seeing us wearing white on Fridays, chances are we come from the school of Eddie Murphy and Poltergeist, Yeah, my daughter got sucked into a TV, I mean, I'm a man. I tried to save her. I changed the channel. It didn't work. So, so I got out, because
I tried to change it didn't work.
Because our cultural scar means everything is out to kill us. And that's how we approach everything unknown. But I like that Ben comes from the Muslim tradition and they don't shy away from that, where they do have jinn. And, and jinn come in all flavors. They're like reflections of mankind. So it's like, is it a good jinn? Is it a bad jinn? I don't know. What did it have for breakfast this morning?
And like the episode where they had I think they had an imam and they had a
Yes, and a
priest come.
priest.
That was dope. That was a dope episode. But yeah, so this in well, I'll shout out to Lady Lisa says the cleverest thing the devil has done is convince people that he doesn't exist. Ben and the Doctor are great examples of this. They want to reason and science away what they've seen with their own eyes. Yeah, because there's at least there's enough that they've gone through to at the very least be like, you know what? Something's going on. Yeah. And it's not normal. This isn't, this isn't something someone made or something someone crafted or no, this is just weird. All right. This is just, but the show does a great job of mixing in people being weird, supernatural stuff happening, hallucinations, real dreams, actual events, like all it mixed. So now, even with sometimes, because like I said with Ben, he's found out some situations where it's like, oh, people just did this. Or maybe just like this was a faulty something or whatever. But he's also seen enough to be like, okay, I'm out of my depth. This is weird. And maybe I need to call my sister up or my dad, because his mom's gone. I think his dad's still alive. His dad and his sister are still alive, I think.
Yes.
Like, maybe I need to call on my dad or my sister, and it's a little more going on.
Yes.
There's a little more going on. But then even with Kristen's seen enough. When they went to the quiet nun place where you had to be quiet, Kristen has seen some stuff. And then even with the burnt crosses on her stomach, like Kristen, okay. I can understand you being like, yo, I don't believe in God. I don't believe that. Cool. But you have to be able to say at least, all right, there's some weird stuff going on.
Well, all right.
And I need to be protected, or I need to keep my eye out because there's weird things going on.
Yeah, and Kirsten is an interesting thing. She's very much like a straw man for agnosticism. Because Ben, atheist. Okay. I'm glad he's not written as a moutheist, and that's kind of cool because people confuse the two.
Moutheist.
Yeah, no, that's the word. That's the word. He doesn't hate religion, he just doesn't believe in it. And when a lot of people hear atheist, they're like, why do you hate God? And an atheist is like, I can't hate what don't exist, Well, why do you hate God? Why do you hate meatball pogo sticks? Like, what exactly?
It's not real.
Yeah. But she is an agnostic, which means she believes in something. And most agnostics believe in God, just not the God that religion pushes. Okay, that's a big thing. And the fact that the exorcism worked on her, and she did the confession and she broke down. I know she's writing it off as a moment of weakness because she's a therapist and all that stuff, but there is a line. And this is where I say straw man, because this is a CBS show, and CBS doesn't write things for young people who are into nuance. They write things for old people set in their ways.
They're changing. I think they're changing. They're changing.
They're slowly.
They're trying. The wheels turn slow.
Very, very slowly, because this show does have the Catholic faith is the true faith. Sense, especially when you saw David talk to the Baptist pastor, But with Kirsten, she's seen some stuff, but she also doesn't know if she's that kind of crazy. Like, she knows she's crazy. She just don't know what flavor yet.
Well, I'm crazy, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, her family don't help. The only one that was helping was her husband, who is an amazing man, and we talking about relationship goals. Like, seriously, men out there watching, if you want to know what it's like to be, if you want like a framework for how to be a good husband, watch this show, because the man is good. The man is good.
He doesn't. He's never like disrespectful or anything. Nope. It's a shame what happened to him, because like, oh man,
Yeah,
he
don't
really
deserve
hasn't done anything wrong. He really hasn't done anything wrong. And he did exactly what I said he should do. He came home, he saw that mess Cheryl was doing, he said, I want you gone. That's it.
Yeah,
I want you gone.
that's it.
You're gone. I'm back home now. We don't need you here no more. Get out.
Get out.
That was look, especially when he went in there was like a demon at her bed. It was like, what? I'm like, because I don't know what the girl doing. The girl talking to Eddie, giving him dollars and stuff, and then she she giving blood to Leland or something, taking transfusions. Well, I don't know what the girl doing no more. But all I know is I don't want it around my kids or my house. All right.
And it was like, look, I found a head in a jar that I flushed down the toilet, and I know Lexus didn't bring it. I mean, he drew the line of head in a jar.
Why did he flush it down the toilet, though?
Because he was freaking out. All right, you tell me.
And then Ben was like,
yeah, I mean,
put it back down there.
Like, real talk. If you found a stinky jar with a head in it in your house, what would you do?
House meeting. We having a house meeting right now. Where did this come from? I'll be like, where did this come from? And the girls be like, they'd be screaming and be like, I guess it didn't come from there. I'll be like, Kristen, where did this come from? And I'll be like, girls, please go upstairs. I'll be like, you know where this came from, right? Your crazy mama.
Like,
that's where this came from.
I know she's your mama. I know she's my mother-in-law, and that's supposed to be a trope and all that stuff. But she has now hit that 3-word stance. Yes, this is my wife. These are my children, and this has got to go. Yeah, my mother-in-law's got to go.
What is this? And then when Cheryl comes in, just be chilling. Just be chilling. Be like, hey Cheryl, how's it going? Come on in here. Go on, sit down. Me and Kristen, as a unified front, whatever this is, got to go. See, you got to go. Don't be putting that stuff under our bed. Don't be out.
Again, you nice. You nice. I take a page out of my mama's book on that one, where she comes in trying to be all, great big grandmama, and all she will find is a head in a jar on the porch and the locks changed.
Yeah, that's all. Because the second we say you gone, like the second we say you gone, be like, and the locksmith is in the park in the driveway. He wants you going to get. Matter of fact, I don't even care if you give us your key or not, because the locks is getting changed right now. Goodbye.
No, not even a word. It's one of those. Why are all the doors locked? You know what you did. Head in the jar. You did. Done.
Remember that head in the jar? You was trying to do something evil. You don't even know what I was trying to do. I know you was trying to do something with a shrunken head in the jar.
Yeah,
right?
you had a head in the jar in my house, and
that's
you
all
didn't
I
even
need.
Talk to me about it.
Yep,
I don't
need to know nothing else.
And what was up with those 10 commandments of mom? What was up with that? No, remember that?
Do you remember that?
So seriously, it literally be head in the jar on the porch.
Because he's the only reason I think they're keeping him around is because I don't think they're going to bring him back. I think he's dead, or he's going to be in paralytics or whatever forever. But I think it's going to hit the fan, and something's going to happen. I think before the end of this season, because we got probably like 4 more episodes left or something like that. Because I think there's 12 episodes this season, or 12 episodes per season. So
I don't know, but this show is notorious for loose ends, because I don't think they've solved one case yet. Like this whole season, I don't think they wrapped up one story arc. It's just like, well, moving on.
It's like, well,
I mean, we got
y'all be cool with that.
Yeah, because we never I don't think we found out if they have come across any actual demons yet. I mean, there was a little bit of a hint of it at Demons of the Cult. And it was like The Exorcist didn't do the job. It was True Love that saved the day. And the Demon of Lust, messing with Sister Andrea. So it's like, are y'all gonna get back to fighting the paranormal, or are you guys just gonna keep questioning the paranormal, not talking to anybody about it, and people gonna end up dying again every episode?
Yeah, because this Parenthood episode, I was like, there is no way. Especially when she came to the house, and when I was like, the first thing I said, I was like, that's on you. because there's no way you can work in the field that you do. And they genuinely ask you they asked you as a couple, and the husband pulled you to the side and was like, hey, I've been going, and you didn't say nothing about assessors or nothing about RSM or nothing. So once I was like, that's on you. I was like,
well, I think that's why it hit her so hard when she walked in and saw the bloody body.
yeah, because
Like that was both.
They didn't even
shock
show the
and
body when
guilt.
she lets you know that
Yeah.
all you saw was like blood smeared and stuff. And he used the little trowel or whatever, the little gardening
cultivator.
Cultivator. So you know it was not clean.
And that was really good. That was really good foreshadowing too, because when we first walked to him in the garden, I'm like, bro needs a Xanax. Like,
well,
and I know pregnancy is hard on both parts of the couple.
It's been 8 months of this weird stuff. Nobody can explain it. And then when he actually comes to someone who like this, okay, we've heard from RSM stuff. This woman has dealt with RSM stuff. Maybe I can ask her something. And then she just throws it off like, oh, that's just, anxiety or something. And you knowing this is not anxiety. I heard what I heard. I'm not crazy. I'm not anxious. I don't have a debilitating, condition or something. No, there's nothing wrong with my ears. I heard growling.
From a womb. Growling from a womb. Yeah. I mean, he was going off on that garden in that husband driving with the wife not in the car kind of way. Yeah.
And I'm so like, that only gives you an idea of how he tried to remove, and I'm
like, that wasn't gardening, that was practice. That was rehearsal.
Yeah, was
so yeah. But I am looking forward to the climax of this season because I'm hoping all the stupid is adding up to the great lesson. Yeah, because the past couple of episodes, like the Demon of Cold, Lexus is getting creepier. Like that was a masterfully filmed scene with the winking game.
Yeah. That was she's getting
darker. I mean, we saw it when she came to grips with the fact that she has a tail. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's kind of cool. She's coming to grips with herself. That was a great metaphor of being a tween. But yeah, in the past couple of episodes, like it's funny. Cheryl makes me laugh. I like her scenes because they're so comedic, because no, I mean, I get it, having a new promotion, nobody listening to you, and then having to get a little street on your crew.
A little street? She almost killed somebody.
Yes, a little street.
No, that's not a little street. You don't pass a little street.
No, she didn't get jumped. Yeah, it wasn't attempted murder. It was just a message. All right, she made her an offer she couldn't refuse.
I'm sure she did.
No, that was straight up business. She didn't bust her kneecaps. Old girl wasn't met in the parking lot with like 5 pipe hitting fools. No, it was just, hey, you get those chocolates I sent you? Yeah, good. Your throat should be closing up about now, so you're going to sign this release. No, don't go looking for that pen. What, this pen?
You mean this? Yo, the way she tossed it to her before she left, man.
Hey, that was heartwarming. Specifically because of how everybody else treated her in the office.
Yeah.
And then how they changed their tune after.
Yeah, that was kind of like a comeuppance for them. So
yeah, I mean, it was very much
and sort of for Leland too.
I'm your boss. Yeah, it was
because Leland, but then Leland then flips it on her when she's like, "How many eyes?" And then she started crying. It's like, see, you done got yourself into some stuff. You know what I'm saying? You done got yourself into some stuff that you don't want to be in. But anyway, guys, we have exhausted. We until next time. We have exhausted. We done talked about evil. You know what I'm saying? We know evil is good. You know what I'm saying?
Love this show.
It's a good show. It's a good show. I know I hate a lot of these people, but it's a good hate because it's well acted and it's well written. It's fun to watch.
And masterfully filmed.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely. And I always love the like, if you skip the intro, you'll be haunted. I love that. That's always fun.
Too late for some of us.
Yeah. So with that, I'm gonna throw it right over here. Where can they find you? And tell them peace out.
All right, guys. Again, Solar Gray, the Cinematic Sorcerer. You can find me Monday through Friday at twitch.tv/BID_P. And yeah, I mean, we talk about nerd stuff, games, all that other stuff. Can I tell them about Decker Day?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, if you guys are in the Southern California area, on August 27th, that is a Saturday, come on down to Decker Day. Decker Day is a day of fun and games and fun for the family. Put on by Back in the Deck Productions. We're gonna have like game demonstrations, a writing class, character building workshops, and of course, we're gonna have a live panel with our boy right here. You know, you guys get to see us in person, talk about being nerds and all that stuff. We got a table from 133 Comics and a table from Guildhouse Games. So you know, tickets are $50. You can check it out over on our Discord or on Deckers on the Book. That is our Facebook group. And just join the group. You'll be able to see the thing and buy your ticket. Tickets are $50, but it also comes with an Italian buffet. We're talking pizza, pasta, salad, bottomless drink. $50 an adult and 2 tickets for $40. You might think that sounds like a lot, but when was the last time you left the house for a day and not spent $50, right? But yeah, you can find us over there. Hit us up at twitch.tv/BID_P. Monday through Friday at 3, and you know, ask me about stuff there, and like and subscribe to this channel, y'all. Just a couple of clicks. Ain't gonna
Just
cost
a couple
money.
of clicks. It's not that much. Just a couple of clicks.
Yeah.
So of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcasts, all that jazz. We had fun talking about all these crazy people living their crazy lives, so we don't have to. So, of course, you know, do all that stuff to support. Feel free. You know what I'm saying? Share. They're trying to stop us. But if you share, then you know what I'm saying? You stopping them from stopping us. All right. So you stopping to stop us. So until next time, we got dope beats, dope comics, and what else? Maybe some gaming tomorrow night. We'll see. But from us to you, we out. Stay real and peace. We out. Okay.
finish him off. If you can't do it, then maybe you should let someone who can, like me.